I appreciate you stopping in. That's number one, taking your time to stop in and join this. I'm going to be pretty candid. I share my fitness life. I do that, and it's pretty easy to share that. Although I know there's some people that don't even want to care a minute about fitness and healthy lifestyle and whatnot. But I don't share stuff about books and things that often, even though I am a bookseller. That's my other job aside from fitness. I am a bookseller at one of the remaining giant bookstores. And I really love that job. I've been there going on 6 years, past 6 years now. And it's just a true joy to, like any retail, I mean, you should be happy about what you're selling. And it took me a long time to learn that, just that one little thing, that you need to be passionate and happy about what you're selling. And I've been in retail before where I wasn't. It was too massive for me. I didn't like what I was selling. I didn't like, some of the people I was working with and stuff at retail places. But this particular retail job has been a dream. Of course, there are hard times and rough times with different characters who come into play, whether it's a customer or even an employee. But all in all, we work really well together, and we have excellent teamwork ability, at least at our store. And I can commend some of that to my background in personal development, which I have also been doing for a good portion of my life. Here, after getting married, I faced unemployment for 3 years and delved really hard into a spiral that wasn't healthy. And so it took fitness and personal development and just time, because we all need to let things happen over time, to make things better again. And it's not gonna infinity snap its way. That's an Avengers reference. It's not gonna snap back to it. Your body's not gonna snap back to it after 1 week of working out at the gym. Your mindset, your habits, everything is not gonna snap just in 1 week. But you can start to create different changes with reaching out to personal development books. And that's what I'm ultimately talking about today, now that we're on. And hopefully some of you will enjoy this and share it if you know anybody that needs them. But I'm going to go over 10 books. It's not my top 10. They are ones that really came to mind and are really good for changing your life and whatnot. So let's just get into it, because there's 10 of them, maybe 12. So let's start with this one. Excuse me, I had lunch earlier and a little bit of lemon garlic. Anyways, you're a badass. And hopefully this might be backwards on Instagram. I don't think it's backwards on the video I'm filming, which I'll post later for YouTube. So that's why I'm looking at 2 different cameras. But you are a badass. So this came out, I don't know how long ago, but it's been out for a long time, and it's been a bestseller for probably 2 years or more. I don't think it's left our front of the store. We call it FOS bay, which is the front of the store bay that when you walk in, you see, and this baby is there, okay? It's also my suggested reading for my store. So if you do go to my store in Victorville and purchase this book, let me know, because I get kind of a credit. I have to get to 100 of these that I sold, and I think I earn a reward. I'm not sure. I'm not really even worried about that. I just want to put this in 100 people's hands. So It's an awesome book. You're a Badass by Jen Sincero. I think I'm saying that right. So it's about, and I wrote a little bit of information here, stopping our false beliefs. So a lot of time we say things to ourselves in our head and we end up believing it, and it ends up detrimenting any progress. So it helps create confidence, essentially, this book. I like to tell people, if you are lacking confidence because of something in your life, this book will help you get past that. It also helps you get over that bitchy brain, which I'll talk about in another book. But basically, there's a BITCH living in your brain. And sorry if there's kids watching, but and it wants to sabotage you. It tells you things. Why our brains are wired that way, that's a whole nother science that I probably need to research, but it's just, we tell ourselves the negatives and we just don't always focus on the positives. Although some of us can be highly positive at times, it doesn't mean that there's not a bitchy brain, part of the bitchy brain in here. So anyways, and it also goes over how sharing your story is important. And that's why I'm kind of doing this, you know, like I don't share things about books because I don't know if you guys care, you know, like it's something that I know when somebody that walks into a bookstore, you're walking into a bookstore. It's like when you're walking into Best Buy, you're probably walking in there to buy video games or something electronic, right? But you might not necessarily care in regular interaction on social media about a book. So that's why I'm kind of doing this today, is also to gain confidence for myself and to share my stories. So my stories with these books. And these are just no particular order. Eat That Frog. Hi, Desi. Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. This book is to help with procrastination. It is essential if you are somebody that suffers from the procrastination bus. So I'm going to read a section of it because it just kind of helps you understand the phrase eat that frog. The truth about frogs. Mark Twain once said that if the first thing you do each morning is to eat a live frog, you can go through the day with satisfaction and knowing that is probably the worst thing that is going to happen to you all day long. Your frog is your biggest, most important task, the one you are most likely to procrastinate on if you don't do something about it. It is also the one task that can have the greatest positive impact on your life and results at the moment. So how many of you are guilty? So procrastination. How many of you are guilty? Just going over this again. Hi. It's probably Charles watching. How many are guilty like, I'll let the laundry sit there another day. I'll let the dishes sit there another day. And granted, those aren't key things to changing your life, but they are key things to keep you moving forward. And once those are behind you, you can move on and create more stuff for yourself in life. So this is an essential book. Sorry, you might see cats all over in the background because I have 4 cats. Another one, Miracle Morning. This is, again, somebody that might suffer from procrastination, but mostly for someone that needs to create routine in their life. It's about finding balance and getting your ish done before, half the day is over. So, again, maybe that laundry is still sitting there and you just binge watch on Netflix or scrolled through your phone for like an hour. Well, you just lost all that, and hi, honey. And you just lost all that time that you could be getting your routine done of something more important like the laundry or, whatever it is in life. So it's basically just about getting more done and not letting the day get away from you and helping you create habits in the morning, even if you're not a morning person. Let me take a drink. How's everybody doing? You still with me? So, bleep, bleep. No. Unfunk yourself. I'll say it. Unfunk yourself. So this is a book. Maybe you're stuck. Maybe covers are backwards. Yeah, I figured that. It's not on the video that I'm doing, though, I don't think. So, anyhow, that's why I'm also going to post in on my news feed. I'm going to post about the books. But Unfunk Yourself, I think you can read that. And I'm saying it too. So it's about getting unstuck, of course. Something might have happened in your life, but you are having trouble moving forward. Whatever struggle it is, maybe you lost your job, and you're still trying to find a place to work. This will help you look more of what you can do for the future and stuff like that. It's kind of like a book that'll light a match under your butt. That's what I can say mostly about this book. Obviously, it's very harsh with the wording there. So, again, it goes a little bit about, what we say to ourselves and how to get ourselves from that kind of mindset. So it's a good book. I have numerous Simon Sinek, I think that's how you say his name, Sinek books. This is just one of the 3 that I think I have. And it starts with why. And why I picked this one is because it's essential to start with your why. Why do you need to change? Why do you want to do that? You need to find your why if you don't know why. Like whether you're a mom or a business person, you need to have a why. And everything with success comes from having that why. You need to be that example. Whatever the role is, having a why is the key to your success. This is a very motivational book. It will it is your why is that's essentially what I wanted to say. It is the why that motivates you to create success. So Simon Sinek, he spoke at one of our conferences a while back, and he has different videos that are online too. He's like one of the top speakers out there right now, and just really like this book. So one of the first ones I bought. This one, The Magic of Thinking Big. I actually have a video series I did maybe last year, the year before, on this book. So we went through it like a few chapters at a time. So you can go back in my YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube and look at that video series. But it's The Magic of Thinking Big. And basically it's about mindset and dreaming bigger and how to work towards these dreams. Goals versus having a dream. So the goal is what gets you to the dream. So you have to have a goal, a why. You have to have a goal and a why to get to that big dream. And he also, who's this by? David Schwartz. I couldn't remember initially, but a good book. Covered it a while back. Brendan Burchard, another guy I've seen speak live and very voting. I got this, I said motivation. He's Motivation Manifesto. This is a really, this is one of his first books, I think. Maybe The Charge was his first book. He has a numerous amount of books too. I think he's working on his fourth one, maybe. So this is a nice version of it. Motivation Manifesto. It's the 9 ways to create movement in your life, or motivation. I'm going to read the excerpt back here. The Motivation Manifesto is a poetic and powerful call to reclaim our lives and find our personal freedom. It is a triumphant work that transcends the title, lifting the reader from mere motivation into a soaringly purposeful and meaningful life. This is what the Alchemist author said, Paul Coelho. And I tried to read Alchemist. I couldn't get into it. So, but it's a fiction book though. So I'm very picky about my fiction. But this is a really good nonfiction choice. The 9 ways to create movement in your life. Talking about, essentially the 3 that I want to go over is the key that we're present daily. We are present daily in what we do. And these are just the 3 key ones that I kind of picked out. Did you add value to your life? I mean, every day we should be growing and adding value to our life. So that's another key one. Hi, Yvette. I hope you go back and watch this because I'm already on like the 5th, 6th book. And then, were you true to who you are? So those are kind of the 3 essentials to, have movement in life. Be present, add value, be true to who you are. And Brendan Burchard, again, he's a very excitable speaker. I've seen Darren Hardy, who has The Compound Effect. I have that book too. I didn't bring that one out because it's more business oriented. But I've seen Darren Hardy, who's kind of like even tone when he speaks, and then Brendan Burchard, who's like, whoo, whoo. I mean, he comes out and does like a Piyo flip on stage. So anyhow, moving on. We are on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna move on to number 8. Yeah, 8. No particular order. 5-second rule. This is very popular with entrepreneurs, but really doesn't just only deal with entrepreneur people. So 5-second rule. She is very good at what she does. She's an 8 million, bought this, 8 million, over 8 million people have bought this. So basically this book is counting is the key. That's why it says 5-second rule. Counting is the key to anything, and getting everything you want. What else? It's about calming your anxiety, like by counting. So, when you're a kid, your mom says, count to 10, like, and that usually actually works for people, but, we need to calm ourselves if we want to get something done and we've been procrastinating. Count to 5 and see if you'll get up after you have been procrastinating about it. If you're afraid to do something, jump off a cliff, don't do that. But if you're afraid to even just get out of bed, like people that snooze all the time, just count to 5 and get out of bed. If you're afraid to go bungee jumping, count to 5 and you'll jump off the ledge. Whatever it is, it essentially comes down to 5 seconds, to activate and take action. So it's a really enjoyable book. And sorry, it had been a while and my brain had kind of left me for a moment there when I was trying to gather my thoughts about the book. So how's everything going? That was number 8, right? Yeah. I have essentially 4 more, but I'm lumping number 10 into a combo. Sorry, my throat is dry. I didn't have a mic for class this morning, so. Okay. Drum roll. This one needs a drum roll because I am living for Miss Rachel Hollis. So Rachel Hollis, this is actually, you'll find this in our Christian Living section, at least in our store. Why it's categorized there, I'm not certain, because she doesn't really go into about God that much. But it's currently listed in our Christian Living section, not personal development. But Rachel Hollis talks about the 21 lies, essentially as women, we tell ourselves and that we believe because of our bitchy brains, which I talked about earlier. Our brains just want to sabotage us sometimes. So things we tell ourselves, like the internal struggles that hold us back, she goes over. She takes you through 21 chapters, which are all each a lie, and encourages you and adds tons of humor because she is just like funny as F. I love watching her live streams almost every morning, and I haven't really been able to listen to her podcasts, but she was just on the Today Show. She does have a cookbook coming out and also another book in March, I believe, coming out. So this is a new release. It's not even in paperback yet. So, and it's actually 30%. This is the other one that you can get from my store that I will get credit for if you purchase. So let me know if you do. But it's currently 30% off, I believe, at the store. Again, this is a live or a recorded live broadcast. So at the time when you go in, it might not be on sale. So just letting you know there. And today, and then they like to do a book club and they go over, and that's what they did today. They did a chapter, I think it was 13, on the lie she told herself about how she was going to marry Matt Damon. So as a girl, any girl when you're young, you have a dream of marrying that dream fantasy guy or girl. And hers was Matt Damon. And she went on, and her live stream still posted and will be for the rest of the today, for 24 hours, but you can go check it out. It's like halfway through the broadcast, so if you want to like scroll through their banter in the beginning. But essentially she talks about how she had this youthful dream of getting married to Matt Damon, and it's kind of like those things we manifest. If you put it out there, it could come true. It most likely might not, but it doesn't mean it can't possibly happen in some way. And essentially it did happen in some way. She didn't marry him, but she eventually did get to meet him. So, and she talks about that in her live broadcast. But we just have to like think about what we want. We need to put it out there and write it down and share it. And then the world will receive it, you know? I kind of believe in that stuff a lot. So what you put out there is what you'll receive. So last one, which is actually 3, because I had to lump these all together without missing out on them. I lumped them as number 10, but there's 3 in them. So, and these will all be in my post I put on, not Facebook, but it'll probably be on Facebook. But I'll put it in my feed on Instagram in a post. If you know me, you probably know these faces. They are important faces to me. They are faces that have changed my life. And I'm not going to get emotional. I'm a very emotional person, if you didn't know, but I'm not going to get emotional. This particular woman right here, the key to changing my life. I would not be in fitness the way I am today if it wasn't for her. And this book is like probably 10 years old. No, I don't know. 6 years old, 7 years old. Anyhow, Push by Chalene Johnson. This is why I'm putting them all together, because they're all fitness people that I follow and believe in and help me become the fitness person I am. So Chalene Johnson, she created Turbo Fire, Turbo Jam, Chalene Extreme, Piyo, which is a class I teach, as well as Turbo, and Hip Hop Hustle, which we don't get to teach anymore because they took that away. Excuse me. So this woman is amazing. I follow her everywhere, not stalking wise, on social media. She's funny. She's got a great husband who cooks for her, and I love seeing his food, the Hangry Chef, who's supposed to have a cookbook someday. But so, and I know she has a lot of other great personal development things coming, like a cookbook, I believe, and her 1-3-1 method of healthy eating. But this book is essential for creating habits. It's a 30-day plan to better your habits and get habits if you don't even have the right habits yet. So I suggest this book. I even have notes. I have notes here from when I read it. So it says life needs to go on a diet to stop dieting completely. So sometimes you need to pull back from your life. You need to find your soulmate workout. These are just some of the notes I wrote here. Reach fitness goals. Maybe these are ones that I wrote for myself that I wanted. Become more organized. And what is that? I don't know what that means. Anyways, these notes, they're so old, I can barely read them. They're faded. So, yep. So that's that one from her. And then these other two. Sean T is for transformation. And the big picture. The big picture is the 11 laws that can help you change your life. He goes over being an imperfect person, how to identify the life you want, and embracing scary things aside from other stuff. But Tony Horton has had a long career in fitness, creating the P90X brand and workouts and 22-minute hardcore, which is one of my favorites of his. He's highly involved in the military community, so if you're a military person, I suggest this to them. But Tony Horton. And then this man, Sean T. What can I say? He is an inspiration leader. Aside from his struggles alone as a gay male, and now he's a father, it's just amazing what he's done with his life, and insanity is thebomb.com, as Chalene would say. But he goes over the 7 superpowers to dig deeper and feel stronger in life and live your best life. He talks about obstacles and how to respond to tough situations and things like that. So, I mean, because he's dealt with his own situations, and just essentially how to live a better life. You know, he's amazing. He is so awesome. He just turned 40 too. I'm 40. We look good, Sean. So anyways, that is the lump of the books that I have for you today. I hope you have enjoyed this. Sorry, I had a little scatterbrain moments on some of them because it's been a while since I've read them, and I have a lot going on in my brain, and teaching keeps me really, like, a lot of my stuff is teaching, but I love reading these books, and I hope you'll enjoy them. Let me know if you do. Again, if you buy You Are a Badass and Rachel Hollis, Girl Wash Your Face, you will be benefiting me slightly by making that purchase. Autumn wants to say hi. Autumn wants to say hi. Yeah. We're not going to make this a kitty one. So thank you for taking your time and listening. I tried to make this as quick as possible, but again, let me know if any of these are something you're going to enjoy, and I'll also post them in my Instagram, and I'm going to share this on my YouTube so that it lives there for a little while. Okay, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and talk to you soon.